What's up guys, it's Thursday, second push day of the week. Today we're doing chest and triceps, switching it up like I said in the previous video, if you saw that, doing the chest and shoulders and chest and triceps the other way around. Same with the pull workouts as well this week. So yeah, just waiting for my friend Luke to arrive and then we're going to start training chest together, and then after that I'll probably obviously have a post-workout meal, wherever I can get to bump the calories up a little bit, and also do some editing on the previous video and probably just chill out a little bit after that. Got the Gymshark tee there, repping Gymshark. Post-workout meal today is this beauty here. Got there's like 300 grams of chicken there, another packet of Uncle Ben's brown rice on the side there, and then as you can see just a tower of string beans on top. Not the neatest, but you know, I've got to get those micronutrients in. So yeah, that's the post-workout meal. For the chicken I didn't do any seasoning today, I just got some golden breadcrumbs and I got one of those chicken strip packets from Tesco. I just did the whole packet actually. So this meal here with the rice and the chicken, because there's also protein in the brown rice, which you'll find with brown rice is quite high in protein. Altogether there's about 65 or 70 grams of protein, and with the carbs that is about 70 grams, so quite a good meal for a post-workout meal, just to replenish your carbs and protein and get those muscles recovering. So yeah, I'm gonna go dig into this. Gotta add some salt to that though. I tend to have pretty basic meals where I just kind of throw the most essential stuff together, but I like it. And I always put a bit of salt on stuff like rice just to add a bit of flavour, not too much though. What's up guys, got another commentary here for you. This was a pull workout, if I might have mentioned that earlier on in the video. This was meant to be back and biceps, but switched it round because the previous week I wasn't really feeling that new adjustment to the split, and I felt like there was more things I might need to change, simply because with the deadlifts at the start of the back and bicep workout I just felt exhausted. So this workout here you're seeing is back and shoulders. This isn't a long commentary, I just wanted to mention that with your back movements and your back exercises, be sure to focus on your form as best you can and make sure that you're using the right muscles and you're actually activating your lats rather than involving all these secondary muscles. As you can see here with the pull-up, I was actually focusing here on retracting my scapula, keeping my elbows in line with my hands and pulling the weight through my elbows and letting my arms do the work and letting my arms doing the bending rather than releasing my shoulder blades from where they were and letting them flop about. Doing this with all the back exercises during the workout to help activate my lats better and also reduce the chances of injury with my shoulder, because that seems to be something that always happens with either back or chest movements. So yeah, when you're in the gym, I understand that you might want to do really heavy weight and still go for higher reps, but do as many heavy reps as you can. But be sure that you're not always jeopardizing your form and you're actually exercising the muscle that you should be, rather than involving things like forearms, triceps, or biceps with back movements, the kind of muscles that you don't really want to be involving with these movements. So focus on your form, focus on that squeeze in the exercise, and even if you're working out with your mates and you feel like you need to keep up with them because they're lifting heavier, make sure that you're actually lifting and you're paying attention to your body. And as they say, you're not lifting with your ego, you're lifting with your muscles. So find a weight that's perfect for what you're doing and the reps that you're doing, and focus on retracting the scapula, using your elbows and your hands to do the actual movement, and bringing the elbows back inwards rather than moving your shoulders about. Once you've practiced the form, you will notice the difference in your lats and the burn in your movements. And although the weight might be lower, you will actually feel the difference and you will feel the gains being made. If, however, you're more into powerlifting and strength, then by all means do heavier weight, do kind of cheat reps if that's what you need to do to get the weight up and get more reps out of that set. But if you're like me and you're training for aesthetics and you want to change the look of your body, grow muscles, then find the perfect form, try and focus on that, try and focus on the the mind to muscle connection, so that you know which muscle you should be using. Like with the bar push down that you'll see later on in this video, that's both for chest and back, but focusing on your lats and focus on bringing the weight down through your elbows and pushing the bar down with your elbows, even though your hands are gripping the bar, you can feel the contraction in your lats much better than you can in your chest. It just goes to show, with the slightest adjustments in your form, you can actually target completely different muscles, and you may not be aware of it when you're doing it, because you may simply not know the importance of form when it comes to training. But anyway, just remember on retracting that scapula and using your elbows to your advantage, and remembering that your elbows do most of the work when it comes to your back movements, especially with pull downs and rows. Your rear delt, on the other hand, you need to focus on using your hand and keeping your arm straight, and then pulling with the rear part of your shoulder rather than your lat. So don't try and squeeze your shoulder blades together at the end of that movement. I'm gonna duck out of this commentary for a minute now and just let you enjoy watching the video. Another perfect example of this is the lateral raises that I did in the video as well, and with these, again, drop the weight if your form's mucking about. Try and keep the weights right by your side, pulling up through your elbows, keeping your elbows above your wrist and your hands, and keeping the movement slow and controlled. You don't want to be swinging them up from the front, which it may look like I'm doing a little bit here, but you can notice that I'm trying to squeeze them backwards rather than doing more of a front raise. And that's really what you want to do if you want that lateral head on your shoulders. I'm going to finish this commentary up now, let you listen to the music that I put over this video, and enjoy the rest of the clip. Post-workout meal right now is one full packet of mash from Morrison's, which is roughly 380 grams of mash, I think, so 40 grams of carbs. And then along with that, I've got some chicken breast. I've got 200 grams of chicken breast there, which is roughly 50 or 60 grams of protein. And just to top that off, I've got some peas and string beans for micronutrients and add a bit of colour to the plate, you know. Put some greens on there. I'm not sure exactly what's on the chicken, but my mum tried a new curry recipe today, so giving that a go, and the rest of the family says it's quite nice, so my time to try it. And while I'm eating this, I'm just going to be finishing off the editing of the previous video that I've recorded, which should be going up tonight. So tonight is actually, I think it's Friday, yeah, so Friday evening. I should finish this, do a commentary on the workout like I usually would, and have that uploaded. With regards to the new morning weigh-in that I showed you this morning in one of the previous clips, obviously from this morning, I'm pleased with the fact that my weight's going up, but I feel like I'm going a bit overboard with the carbs and the fats. So I'm kind of contemplating whether or not to start counting my macros a bit more accurately, and ensuring I don't go over my fats or my carbs too much, more specifically my fats. Although I am gaining weight, I'm also feeling a bit slow in the workouts, and obviously getting heavier, doing body weight exercises like pull-ups is slightly harder, and also just looking at my physique, telling that there's a layer of fat over it isn't that, it doesn't really give me as much confidence in the gym, because, for instance, when I'm doing abs, I'd much rather be able to see my abs going to work and see my abs contracting through the workout, rather than having the layer of fat on top of it and not really being able to tell whether or not I'm doing it right. What I mean by lean bulking is just putting the calories a little bit lower, mainly with the carbs and the fat, but not necessarily cutting out slightly more fatty things like pizzas, ice cream, the kind of things I actually enjoy eating. I just might have to apply the kind of if it fits in your macros principle, but obviously not going overboard too much. I'm actually counting, not every single gram, but counting within 10 grams of what I need throughout the day. So I'm making sure that I'm not going overboard too much to the point where I could wake up the next morning and have a pretty inaccurate reading of like weight gain, because I could gain a couple of pounds of water weight and just loads of fat. Although having as many calories in a day, mainly with carb macros, is going to give me the best chance of gaining muscle, even if I do have to gain quite a bit of fat in order to do so. I do kind of feel like I need to maybe cut down the calories a little bit, at least with the fats, just to see how my body reacts and see if the fat drops off fairly quickly, just to kind of, I don't know, like refresh my body and make me feel a bit fresher and stronger in the gym, rather than all heavy and fatty. You know what I mean? That kind of slow feeling, especially with body weight movements, like I said, like things like pull-ups. So right now I'm thinking I might go kind of for a mini cut, not drastically, just maybe take 10 or 20 carbs off of my macros. So yeah, gonna give that a go throughout the next couple of weeks and see how my body reacts, see what happens, see if it makes me feel better in the gym. Yeah, just thought I should update you on what my body's kind of telling me, because you should always listen to what your body's saying. And always try different things, even if you've never done a cut before. You've been so used to just eating everything,